Now we're back, and this time we're going to do a look from the Saint Laurent show, Spring Summer Show in 23, look number 11. And this time we're going for some flow. We're going for some flowy knits. I have printed it out in black and white and in color here, but I'm just going to go to the black and white one so that the color doesn't really get in my way when I'm trying to map out this pose. Okay, so here I am. I've got my 10 head template. Going to go ahead and I'm going to move this down a bit. Going to go ahead and get that head. Head's got a little bit of a hood on it. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to do the neck. One of the shoulders is exposed here, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And we see that once again that right foot is the one with the weight-bearing leg, so I'm going to go ahead and put that underneath the pit of the leg, pit of the neck. Whoops, sorry. However, I want to point out that since her body doesn't really start to show and we don't see anything but the garment, I'm just going to follow along because this is a clingy garment and it will cling to the ankle here, and then we just barely see the back of that. So I'm going to go ahead and just make that basic shape on the outside there, and I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you can see it better. It does come right to the ankle, and we also want to do the structure of this pose, and we know that the shoulder is going to be coming down just a little bit less than the other one. Now, I don't think this has any shoulder pads, so we can just go ahead and make it have the shape to the body. Don't have to worry about any shoulder pads here. I'm going to go ahead and put that arm because it does show a little bit here. And I'm going to go ahead and there's a hood here, but it's not adding a whole lot of bulk, but it is kind of coming over to the side, and it is coming over here to the outer part, and it's coming down, and you don't see the arm again, or it covers that arm kind of tightly on this side. And so then the other side, the other shape of the garment is right here. Is this very drapey fabric coming down from the shoulder, and so right here I've got that structure of the top part. Over here it's kind of clinging to the body up until you get to the shoulder here, and then you've got the rest of this coming down on the side. My pencil's not doing something properly, so I'm going to pause here while I fix this, and I can come back and talk more about the shape of this garment. Okay, so I did get that straightened out. I'm going to remove the template now, and I'm going to finish the details on this garment. And they're not as complicated as they actually look. We do see all of the face here, so I'm going to cover that. We've got this cowl or drape coming down and covering a lot of her neck, and it's also crossing over the body, and it is a very drapey knit. So it's coming and it's being pulled across the body here. Over here, you see this kind of cowl here. You do see her face and everything here, but that cowl is on the back, and that drapes down here. Okay, so you've got this draping down. And once again, I've got problems with my pencil. Back again and flat. Okay, hopefully that did take care of it. Over here, we've got this the drape from the hood. It's joining the rest of this, but you see the lines coming down like this, and it kind of comes over here to this part that's pulled over to the waist. And from here, I wanted to show you how this is coming down right at the shoulder, right here. And so then we can make these drape lines coming across the body and being drawn over to the side for this asymmetrical look. And then you start to see these lines here. Now, all this part down here has been following the, and my pencils again. Hold on just a second. Okay, I finally think my pencil problems have subsided. Over here, I'm going to see that there's a tail. There's a lot of drape stuff coming down, really kind of forming or falling down around the wrist, so you want to give that extra feeling of extra fabric. Down here at the waist, right where this thing, there's a little bit of skin showing. It does come around to give that sleeve, but there is some skin showing. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have all of these drape lines, or as many as we can get in here. Now, over here, once we know what's going on with the body, we can start to see where to put the drape lines here. Like over here in the crotch is where her leg is moving forward like this. And so right over here we see her knee, and that's actually kind of jutting out. And then we see the rest of this fabric being drawn across like this. And we do see a little bit back of her foot back here, and this is coming down. Now this is just this is very thin, very drapey fabric, and so it's falling down around her ankles. And we see some movement here, and we also see it being stretched across like this. So this is basically the garment that we're drawing here. What I'm going to do when I'm going to go ahead and give her sunglasses and give her a few little facial features here, and she's got some hair poking out, so I'm going to do that. And when I come back, I will have eliminated my pencil line and gone in with pigment liner. Remember, I am using marker paper, and I have marked the front of it because it makes a difference with the Bien Fang. And I'm also going to eliminate the pencil lines, although you don't really have to. They can smear if you want back in a flat. Now, before I go and talk about how what media I'm going to use, I just want to show you a couple places where I corrected my drawing. Over here, I moved the facial stuff around a little bit. It was kind of getting sloppy there. I also went ahead and added more tension lines down here by the foot, and also I placed where the fabric is getting pushed up around the knee. I kind of delineated that on both sides. I also went ahead and added detail like up at the top. I try to give you that cowl look. And from here on, I'll show you how I'm going to color it in. Now, you can use any color. I'm going to go ahead and show you the stuff that I'm going to use for this in just a moment. I just wanted to say right now that the media that I've decided on is a Copic pale olive. I'm going to use some light suntan for the skin tone, and I'm going to use a little bit of dark bark here for the hair. There's not much hair, but I'm going to use a dark brown for that. And I've decided for my Prismatic pencils, I'm going to add a little bit more to the skin tone with the sienna brown. I'm going to blend the green with the pale olive. I'm going to use this Tuscan red and some dark green there. See how that goes on. So this is basically the color I'm going to use, just like the one on the look. If you choose a different look or different color, that's fine. Just be sure that you end up getting the garment details right, because the hang and the flow is what's important here. Okay, so for this one, I went ahead and put down that pale olive. I tried to put down a couple of layers. It's not going as dark as I wanted to, which is when the Tuscan red and the dark green are going to come in. And I also put the dark bark up in the hair. I put some sea gray, C7 gray. I didn't mention that before. And I added some skin tone here. So the next thing I'm going to do is finish it up with some colored pencil. So we're back, and I have published this in your module with the slideshow, the media that I used. I found that using the dark green plus the Tuscan red really did end up being the best move to get those dark lines in there. I also went in with another layer of the olive, and you can see here that I put the look number and put my signature, put a little bit of a feature there down at the floor with those triangles, kind of just as a flourish. And that's it for look number 3 of the week. Thank you.